Hi, welcome to the GenX Glam Gab channel here on YouTube. It is great to see everyone. Whether you're new, whether you're coming back, thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate you. I know there are a lot of choices out there. There's a lot of choices, and I don't even want to run the probability, the fact that you're stopped in here. You found me, you scrolled by, stopped by, and you're sticking around. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. I'm your host, Mom in Her Basement, doing a little bit of glam, doing a little bit of gab, and today I am going to be packing up for a little trip, and so I thought we would just pack together before I start going off the rails here. I'm packing and getting myself ready for a little bit of errand running today. I do want to say there are 2 active giveaways going on. If you're watching this real time, it is Good Friday 2025. We're rolling into the Easter weekend. On Easter, I'm going to do a draw for those members of the GenX Glam family that are hanging out on the Discord server. There's still time to join. I always said when we hit 50 members, there's going to be an epic draw. It's a massive care package of e.l.f. and Charlotte Tilbury products worth hundos and hundos of dollars. And congratulations to all of you who are over there hanging out on that server, waiting for me to draw. You've been so patient. Some of you have been so patient for over a year, like since the beginning of the server. Many of you just joined, many of you have been there for a while, and then there's the folks in between, so I appreciate y'all over there. And there's a GenX Glam YouTube giveaway going on. I will link that video in this video description as well. It's just a glam grab bag of goodies. There's a huge P. Louise palette in there, lots of great skincare, other sorts of makeup, the new e.l.f. A flavor of the new e.l.f. Reviver Balm. I think it's in the yummy gummy flavor. I think that's what I threw in. If you haven't tried these out, you should. You should. There's a fair amount of product going on in here. They're $9. They got shea butter, aloe butter, cocoa butter, hyaluronic acid, all blended together in this melty, balmy goodness. You can get all 6 shades at $9 each in a package they're calling the Vault, which I did. I bought 2 vaults, and I'm kind of disappointed because I've given away a fair amount of these. I'm kind of disappointed though that this is what disappoints me about buying the Vault. And first of all, I got early access to buy these because I'm an Icon member over on the Beauty Squad. So I saw immediately when they sent the text like, hey, we've dropped something new, because I get texts, I get emails. I ran over to the e.l.f. site, I bought them, and as soon as they came in, I did a video like the next day. And I don't know, I'll try to link that video. It's not doing too bad, but a lot of people are out there reviewing these things, and they're very popular. And for $9, you have to reapply them throughout the day. They're not a ton of pigment. Like I use Strawberry Shortcake, and I accented it with this Voss NYC lip liner that I just got in an Ipsy bag, which I love. And I went to wash my face last night. I did my first cleanse, checked it out. How did I do? I could still see very faint lining of my lips with this. And I was like, I've never seen that before. All the lip liners I've tried, which is not one, not a particular product I excel at applying or anything else, selecting, I could not believe it. And I thought, you're going on vacation with me, and maybe I'll repurchase you. Maybe I need to go find this brand that I've never heard of before and see what other shades they have. I'm just looking. This is the little Ipsy insert. So it's Voss NYC Lip Trip Lip Liner in the shade Soho. Ah, love it. It's going on vacation, but I thought it would be nice to match up with first couple of things going in the beat up travel bag. The e.l.f. Strawberry Shortcake from the Glow Reviver line, Melting Balm, and that Voss NYC lip liner going in. I have mentioned before that when I pack for my trips, for my shorter term trips, I tend to throw in things that I'm trying to finish off, or if for any reason I lose, luggage gets lost. I'm a human that can definitely make errors. I lose stuff that I won't be too sad about. So the stuff that I'm packing may not seem to you like, oh wow, we rarely see her use that, or that's not one of the holy grails we know of. it's just stuff that, you know, like I said, like if anything happens to it, I won't break my heart too much. I'm going to throw in, again, from the e.l.f. Glow Reviver line. So the Glow Reviver line started, I think, with these lip glosses, lip oils. And then they went into shimmers, shimmer oils. And then now we've got the melting balm. So I'm bringing one of the e.l.f. lip oils with, I have several of those. And just because e.l.f. is a good bang for your buck doesn't mean that I don't have faves. Like if I lose something that cost me a couple bucks from e.l.f., I might feel as sad about it as if I lose something that costs me 30 bucks, you know, from Charlotte Tilbury or another brand. All right, I've already got these things down on my face. This is from the Abel Royale line, Guerlain's Abel Royale line, lotion, fortifying lotion for the face with royal jelly. Put this on right after the face wash, and a little bit of the Guerlain Youth Water Oil. I'm trying to get rid of this. I have it in the full size, but so let's just go ahead and throw that in. Throwing in this hair product. Wow. It's the Dream Coat. I just used this for the first time yesterday. It's supposed to take away the frizz and give you a shiny glow. You spray it on damp hair. Kind of liked it, and I said, I think I'm gonna bring it with. Some Clinique Take Away the Day. I've got about half left in that. I really do love that makeup remover. To clean my face, I'm going to bring a couple of different things. I'm going to try this from Kira Moon. Also came in the recent Ipsy bag. It's a face cleanser in my Shiseido Super Deluxe size foaming wash. Going to bring both of those. All right, now we're getting into makeup. My Think Bronze lipstick, which, you know, looks like there's a fair amount left. This is my OG. I've been wearing this for 25 plus years. I love it. I have recently restocked it from Clinique, so this is probably way expired. So I figured, yeah, it wouldn't make me happy to lose my Clinique Think Bronze, but I do have one ready to go. And this, I've talked about this before, the hack that, you know, that I had heard about, my mom had told me about when I was very young, and I did through all, like I didn't wear a lot of makeup growing up, but when I did, I didn't, back in the day, like in the 90s, we didn't really have like all of the creamy blush and bronzer options that are out there. It was still a lot of powder. But my mom always said you could use your lipstick to do, you know, on your cheeks, on your lids, wherever you want to just add a pop of color and blend it in, because we always were really big on skincare. So it's not like you're putting a lipstick on a dry canvas, not if you've done your moisturizing, right? There weren't as many steps to skincare prep back in the day. When I say back in the day, I'm talking about the 90s, the early aughts. But there, you know, Pond's has always been around, my friends. Pond's, Neutrogena, these sorts of brands have been around for a very long time. Anyway, we're bringing the Think Bronze, and I can keep going. Let's lay some more skincare down, then I can get my makeup down for the day. Because I'm just going to do a little bit of sunscreen. I'm going to do a little bit of color correcting and tiny warm up my face with some cream bronzer, get out the door. I was thinking of bringing this too. This is a recent sample I've gotten from the brand Elemis. And it says it's a nice anti-wrinkle day cream, not opened yet. So I was thinking about bringing that. All right, let's keep moving here. I'm bringing Shiseido with. I'm trying to get through these two opened little face creams from Shiseido. They're in different stages of use. Like this one has a little bit more than the one I just showed you. So I'm hoping by the end of my trip, I'll have used both of those. And I just did a restock on an Ipsy add-on. So I've got one on reserve. Oh, here's another lippy. I'm bringing Juicy Balm from Essence. I love this. I know I'm not alone. There are, like, we have, you know how they say there's comfort foods? I feel like for me, I have like comfort lip oils, comfort lip balms, and it's always been a thing. Like, you know, I've always had like a comfort chapstick. I don't know what it is about nourished and like hydrated lips and reapplying products to keep lips in that state. It's like an endorphin. I know it's not like an endorphin, but I don't know. It just makes me happy to have hydrated lips. So you can't have too many lippies. And Essence, again, it's a very affordable brand. If I lose my little Juicy Balm, I'll just buy another one for a couple of bucks. Not the end of the world. All right, I'm not putting this on, but I'm going to drop it in the bag because it's like we might as well keep talking. I'm going to get to the rest of my skincare. Actually, no. Let's layer something so that I can talk about this mascara from the brand Blink that came in the Ipsy Glam bag. All right, this is Shiseido's, this is a, not Shiseido, sorry. This is a Shawasu serum, and it's a first line serum. So you put Furum, it's a first line Furum. No, it's a first line serum where, you know, we're going to let this sit for a sec, and then I'm going to come in with Shawasu's next step serum. I've never bought these in the full size. I mean, I would love to invest in Shawasu, but I've done so much investing in Shiseido and Guerlain, Clarins, that's about all I can manage in my collection. Maybe someday I will get some more Shawasu products. But in the meantime, I'm just going to keep using the samples. I'm going to stay on the lookout. This is something like I'm always bashing on what, you know, Sephora samples and rewards that you can, like bizarre rewards that you can cash in for. But I will say every once in a while, Sephora does like a 500 point cash in from Shawasu where you get both the serums. This is the other serum we're going to go in with. You get like a little face wash type thing, and then you get the cream. So I will say that. Let's use a little bit of the other. I love the Shawasu stuff. This is another serum, but this is really almost gone. So I'm going to bring what's left of my Caudalie. I don't think I can get through that in the amount of time I'm gone, but I'm going to try. It's not, it was a favorite for me very early on in my collection. I'm not going to lie, the Caudalie, I was into it. But then I found that serum started to pill with some of my makeup as my collection grew. So then I stopped, like I'm not buying it again. It's a milky, it's a very nice, has a very fresh scent. It's from their Vino Perfect line. And like I say, this was a second I went through a whole one of these and was perfectly happy with it. And then I started using this one. I started buying more makeup, excuse me, expanding my collection. And I found that I traced some pilling back to this. So I'm just going to try to use it up. I mean, it's not cheap. It's in the $80 range. It's definitely one of the higher end products out there when you're talking about milky serums. All right, so that's just a little bit full on Shawasu sort of face and a little bit of Guerlain's Belle Royale, where I started off with that royal jelly essence type and a little bit of the youth water oil. All right, we're gonna let this sit for a second. Oh, it's feeling a little bit sticky. I'm feeling a little bit of sticky stick going on, but that's fine. I'm not doing much. I'm driving around to various Shoppers Marts today to buy raffle tickets for the Springle, which is coming up here on May 3rd. I'm going to some shoppers where I have not been before, and so I'm going to get in the raffle for really nice goodie bags, huge baskets that the various Shoppers Marts create. My proceeds are going to be going to this network of over 300 charities that all support women's health here in Canada. And I'm going to be getting a little goodie bag with my purchase. So I'm going out. This is my last chance because I'm leaving Canada soon. I'm not going to be around for the fall mingle. What would that be? The fingle? Since I'm calling the spring mingle the Springle, would I call that the fingle? I'm not sure. No, it would be the fangle. Because I'm always like fandangled. Yes, it would be the fangle. I won't be here for this Shoppers Mart fangle 2025. So this is my last chance to get in on all of those giveaways and give away gift baskets and to donate to the charities. All right, so I was going to talk about this mascara Blink. I used it yesterday. It's a tubing mascara. Again, it came in the spring. It came in the March Ipsy Glam bag. I was thinking like spring, like I don't know why I had FabFitFun in my head, because FabFitFun only sends out their boxes during like seasons. So the next one coming is the summer. Anyway, so this is supposed to be a tubing mascara. Clearly it's a mini. Nice brush. I'm not going to use it, but what I found, it says in the description that it's anti-smudge, and I'm just, you know, I'm a huge skeptic when it comes to almost all mascaras, and it didn't smudge. I am so glad too I didn't go for a second coat. If you were watching my video yesterday, I was like, oh, I might put a second coat offline. I did not, and I'm glad I didn't, because not only did it not smudge, it did it. This, here you go. This spoolie is quite nice. I like these kind of bushier ones, less comey. Anyway, it separated out my challenged lashes, and it did not smudge all day, and it took me 2 washes to get off. I mean, it stays on there. So I decided to bring it on vacay with. No, I'm going for it. All right, let's go in with a little bit of this Shiawasu. Look, it's a tiny little thing. So, but between this one and the other one that's like got half this amount of product, it's gonna be fine for this trip. Wow, my face feels so nice. I've said this before. The smell reminds me of like outdoor air, like forest, like dirt, the smell of fresh dirt. I love it. I just love it. And it's got all this ginseng goodness in it, the Shiawasu brand, that just gives your face like a little bit of brightener, little bit of brightness. All right, so there we go with that. Tap, tap, tap. I'm not going to use this today. This is the Teddy Tint Knee High. Love this stuff for the cheeks. Wasn't as much of a fan on the lips. It's a little bit pasty, but I think Maybelline's knocked it out of the park with the cheek part of this. It gives a really nice pigment, but it's not overpowering, blends in really nice, not really patchy. So I thought I would bring that. And the powder palette that I'm bringing on this trip is this one from Balm. I used it last week, and I was like, you know, there's a lot of variety in these shades, and you know, I don't want to lose it, but if I did lose it, it's not like I'm, you know, losing one of my GRWM powders or my Charlotte Tilbury powders that I'm more of a fan of. I'm also going to go ahead and bring this with. This is I bought this on the Sephora sale because I wanted to get 20% off. It's from Makeup Forever, a little bit of blush and foundation sort of base making paste. It's not paste, it's very creamy. And I'm bringing this I kind of keep this on standby. This is my travel tool set. You can see I've got all kinds of stuff in here, including my popsicle sticks. So when I do want to dig this out, I've got my popsicle sticks to do that, some blenders, little spoolies, that kind of stuff. It'll go. It actually fits in here. I'm not overpacking. This is almost gone. It's the Prototype lip oil from the Lip Bar. I rave about this stuff. They just dropped a new shade here, and I think this one's called Crowd Pleaser, and this one is called Can't Miss, and this one's Crowd Pleaser. Anyway, bringing that because it's almost gone. For concealers, I'm gonna bring my Kaja Rice, shade Rice. It's super light, so it's so almost gone. Like you can see like the insides are there. I'll be lucky if it survives this trip. And then my e.l.f., my sort of click pen e.l.f. concealer, I'm gonna bring that as well. And I'm gonna bring my NYX Bear With Me like serum concealer. I'm gonna throw that in. I don't anticipate wearing a lot of makeup on this trip because it's gonna be, I'm going someplace warm, and when it's warm I don't like to like have makeup melting off my face, but I'm bringing this stuff anyway. This is from last summer, hoping it still has some super goop to it. It's SPF 50, just because that's just so fast. Like these sticks are so fast, and e.l.f. has come out with a really good one that I'm saving because I don't want to lose that. If I lose the Super Goop one, I'm like, it's on its second year. If I lose my new one from e.l.f., I'll be like, oh, Slow Panda. This little nude sticks, multicolor stick, I'm bringing that. My generic, although I love the formula and I can't find this on Amazon anymore. That's okay. It spins up a little bit. This is a nice creamy bronzer, also over a year old, and I cannot find the brand on Amazon anymore. So You know, I would be sadder if I lost one of my my Too Faced sculpting stick or my Merit one, which I'm really, really into. I think this one from Merit is my most recent purchase, and I really do like it. But my favorite sculpting stick right now is the one that I got over vacation when I went to when I went to a department store in downtown Stockholm, and this brand CAIA had a gondola. I had to wait in line. If you didn't see that video where I came back, and look at how much I've used, I just spun it down. I had to wait in line to be able to shop in the gondola at this brand CAIA. I don't think that's ever happened to me before anywhere. And it was a very small, I guess, confined space. So it made sense, right? They had to get people through the ropes and stuff, and they could only, satisfy customer service for so many people. But I love that. I'm not bringing that. I don't want to lose it. All right. Oh, I haven't opened this yet. This also came in Ipsy. It's from MZ Skin Soothe and Smooth, and it's an under eye product. Oh, can I get this off? I'm bringing this with, because I don't want to bring my Guerlain. I don't want to bring my Shiseido. I don't want to bring any of my high-end under eye creams on this trip. So I thought, well, let's give this one a try. Under eye cream, you don't need that much. This is going to be more than enough. That was just me tossing. Ooh, it's a little bit thick for under eye cream. Wow, that's a little bit thick. Ooh, I just made a very unpleasant face, but I'm just surprised at how thick this formula is. It's pretty smooth though going on. Boy, it really felt pretty thick as I was blending it out on the back of my hand, or dragging it down around the lips, around the nose contour area. And we are almost packed. My friends. All right. Oh, it has a little bit of a scent. It smells like fresh linen. I don't mind this. I don't mind it. Hopefully it doesn't give me any breakout. But I've never heard of this brand before. Again, came in the glam bag. 8 MZ Skin Soothe and Smooth Hyaluronic Brightening Eye Complex. Well, let's see. I'm going to use it for a week. Let's see if I'm feeling any brighter. I'm also going to throw in from NYX the Fat Oil Pen. These dropped last year. It is a hydrating, one of these deals, lip. Can we go over it? Let's just go over the e.l.f. I'm bringing this with me. I do like this. NYX and e.l.f. dropped these click pens around the same time. I did a video on it, and actually the video did quite well. Here's an e.l.f. one. The thing is, the e.l.f. has, I like the e.l.f. packaging better. I thought that the e.l.f. was just as creamy and hydrating as the Fat Oil pen from NYX. The shades, they both dropped a fair amount of shades, but the e.l.f. one has like a little bit of a tingle to it. It's the e.l.f. Clout pen, I think, and the tingle was a real turn off for me. So when I put them head to head against each other, and which one did I prefer, even though the NYX Fat Oil costs a little bit more, and I thought that the packaging was just a little bit too over the top with all of this neon. But at the end of the day, I don't want the tingles. All right, I'll take any packaging. And if you're gonna hydrate, like on the hydrating of the lips, they were equal for me. It was just, I couldn't handle those e.l.f. tingles. So I'm gonna bring one of those pens with. All right, before I go in with any makeup, let's do the last step in the skincare. I'm bringing my Invisible UV Flawless Poreless Primer from Charlotte Tilbury. We have SPF 50. This was my holy grail last summer. It has a little bit of a tint to it, and there's not a ton left, and so I thought it was perfect because I do want to repurchase this. And Charlotte Tilbury is running a gift with purchase at the moment. I think it's a $95 spend. I don't think this on her website is in the $50 range, and for a while it was sold out, but it's back in stock, and I do want to get it. I'm just trying to decide when the best time to make another Charlotte Tilbury purchase is, because I have the new rock and roll like eyeliner pencil coming. We'll look at that when I get back from vacay. It's got the gel, the thin gel tip on one end, and then like a little smudger brush on the other. It's the latest thing that Charlotte's dropped. I also have she just dropped her anti-aging spot serum in the mini. It's for $32, and I didn't buy it for 32 bucks. The full size is in the 80s, 85 I think, but I'm getting it as a loyalty reward. I had mentioned that I told this story that I tried to redeem points to get a face oil because there were very little options on the website. It was like face oil or 15 ml magic cream. I went with the face oil, didn't get it in an order that came. I'm like, what's the deal? I redeemed all these points and I didn't get anything. Wrote customer service. They wrote me back, not even within 24 hours. They wrote me back within 12 hours and said, oh, we're really sorry about that. It's out of stock. Here's a bunch of other choices. What do you want? And one of the choices was the 8 milliliter of her new serum that targets like dark spots. And I was like, yeah, sign me up. And then the next day an email came out, a propaganda email that said that, hey, come and get your minis from Charlotte Tilbury of this, serum that targets the dark spots. So I was like, oh, I'm going to get it. So let's try it. 10 milliliters is enough to tell if the stuff's working or not. It's better to spend 32 bucks on 10 milliliters if you're a fan and you just really want to try it and you trust in the brand than to pay $85. Like the disappointment levels from 32 bucks and it's not a win, and 85 bucks and it's not a win. There's a pretty big difference. All right, let's go in with a little bit of my NARS pot concealer here in the shade Vanilla. I just restocked on this, got 20% off in the recent Sephora sale. This is getting a little bit gunky here in the pot, so it's definitely coming with, because I like this. When I say like, oh, I can just do skincare and color correct and get out the door, I rely on this product for that, because it does give me it gives me coverage, it brightens me up. I'm just a fan. I'm an all-around fan of this product. I'm bringing it with. It's going in. That's the sound of, we can't mess around anymore. Like, it's time to get serious about packing all kinds of stuff. We've got our cat sitter all lined up, our house sitter. Everything is good to go. Everything is good to go for a little mini holiday right here in the start of spring. We're not really technically in the middle of spring yet. Does anybody know the actual dates that constitute the spring? I don't know. Anybody? Am I running out of things to say? Maybe. Are we almost packed up? Yeah, we're almost packed up. I'm just gonna go. I'm going cray. I'm going crazy. I'm going off the rails on the crazy train. We're drawing all over. We're going crazy. No, I can make all of that work. I can make all of that work. Just warming up the face. I'm just trying to get this stuff used. When I travel tomorrow, I'll come down to my glam station and I'm gonna wash and dry my hair tonight. So it'll be good to go tomorrow. I'll just pull it up for the travel day, much like I've done today, this morning, because I have not washed or dried my hair. I just kind of like put in some leave-in conditioner and tried to bring it back to life enough to pull it up and have it look presentable enough to go out to shoppers. But there, just a little bit of a warm-up, right? Can't even tell I did anything. I still have out my Makeup Forever palette. Should I go in with a little bit of it? I don't know. What about just around the nose contour? Around the nose contour. All right, I'm running out of stuff to say. That sometimes happens, if you can believe it. And then you would say, like, then why do you call this the GenX Glam Gab channel if you're gonna run out of things to say? That rarely happens. I'm mostly jesting. But I know what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about this idea of the Q&A. I don't know how to, this idea of doing a live video. I would love to do a live video. I just don't have a moderator, and I'm fairly certain I would not be able to do it by myself. Like, I wouldn't be able to see what questions are coming in, comments that are coming in for me to reply back to in a live. So until I can figure out how to do that, I I'll watch a YouTube video on how to do it. I'm messing around with this. I've been going between these 3 shades and just putting them in various places on my face. I'm going to watch a YouTube video. That's what I'm going to do. I'll watch a YouTube video. I'll search it up, like how to do a live YouTube video by yourself, because that's the key. Like, people do it, right? I think that they do it because, and they're not using their phone. I mean, my rig here, I'm always like, got the amateur rig going on. I don't know how, if I get, like, I think you need to have like a real camera or your laptop going or something. I don't know. Let's go in a little bit with this Nude Sticks. Just a little bit on the lids. I love this thing. I think I did get this. Oh, I got this in a Shoppers Mart. Like beauty bundle bag. That's what I was like really hoping I might be seeing now that like it's Springle time, and I was like really thinking the brands were going to be dropping off like cool gifts with purchases and bundles. And I've been going out to Shoppers Mart every weekend since, you know, they started selling the tickets, and there's nothing new coming in from the brands. There's no, and like sometimes Shoppers itself has these great beauty bundles, you know, like the product that I just used from Nude Stick came from one of them. That's not happening out in town either. I'm like, what is going on? Oh, I was thinking about, besides bringing that generic creamy bronzer from Amazon, I'm going to bring this iconic London. I've got my creamy bronzer on the bottom, a little bit of a mirror, and then this powder bronzer right here. I've already packed my brushes. I mean, brushes are brushes, right? I don't need to subject you to what brushes I am bringing. I'm just bringing a little bit of a variety because I have the luxury of doing so. But I have to get into my bathroom a little bit later because I need to clean my brushes before I go. I do have that on my list of things to do before I leave. Little bit of setting powder. Ooh, I got so excited. I'm going to go in with my GRWM Meteorites. I'm going to use the Kabuki brush that kind of goes with them. I wasn't super happy at the end of the day with this Kabuki brush that I bought from GRWM because I see like little pieces of the brush kind of like coming out, and you would expect that from, you know, maybe not a high-end brand where you're going to pay, you know, 50 some bucks for a brush. And I've been meaning to write GRWM about that and complain. There's no way that this should be coming out. I could pull it out. Like, there's little pieces of this should not be happening, not with, you know, a high-end brand brush. All those little hairs should be in their place, safely tucked into the core of this Kabuki brush, but they're not. All right, just a little bit of setting powder. I'm not bringing those with. Like I said, I think I will bring this palette, this blush palette. I am gonna bring the Makeup Forever. Look, it's not that bad, right? That's not too bad. Gotta throw in the iconic. I'm gonna bring my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Vanish, and I'm gonna bring my mini Charlotte Tilbury airbrush finish because they are both halfway gone. For setting spray, I'm gonna bring my Milani Make It Last. This is a great dupe for Charlotte Tilbury, so I'm not gonna bring. Might as well have a setting powder, but again, I bring all this stuff, and it's like, it's gonna melt off my face. So I don't know exactly how much of it I will use, but it's better safe than sorry. Isn't that the expression? Better safe than sorry. Oh, yep, everything's in there. Hold on. There we go. I'm just gonna finish zipping this up so you can see, voila, we're good to go. Super exciting. Thank you for helping me do that. It is like safety in numbers. I was so motivated to pack that up because I wanted to share it with everybody. Let me know if you have any opinions on anything that I packed. Nothing's set in stone. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're well. Thank you for hanging out for this extensively, crazily long video of me going on and on. I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.